What's up guys, Pimp My Shed here, and just playing a bit of Shadow of Mordor. I've rebought this game, bought the Game of the Year edition. But I wanted to talk a little bit about Star Wars The Force Awakens. I know that it's been out for a while and it's out on DVD and Blu-ray and stuff like that, but now I think it's a good time to talk about it because of all the excitement and nostalgia and has worn off, and I think people are starting to realise that it's not a great movie. Seen a lot of videos on YouTube, seen a lot of people tweeting about it, saying, you know, once I've watched it a few times and you really watch it, it's not a good movie. It's not a bad movie, but it's not an amazing movie, and it's, for me personally, I think it's a very lazy movie, purely because it's not original. It's very lazy. It borrows too much from Episode 4. A New Hope. It is way too much of A New Hope in there. You know, the main character comes from a desert planet. She's got these plans get put in a droid, and there's another Death Star that's even bigger. The First Order. It's like the Empire 2.0, and then you've got like you know, Rey, she can't use the Force until she goes to this planet, and there's another cantina bar scene, and then she learns the Force, or gets told about the Force from this little alien, and then they have the whole like destroying the Death Star thing. Is exactly the same as New Hope, where it's kind of like, right, you guys need to destroy a shield generator, and then we can get with the X-Wings. And you know, this massive Death Star has still got this little weak point that X-Wings can get into and destroy. Like, they've learnt nothing from the previous Death Star and stuff like that. And I just think it's very lazy. And I'm really am. The more I think about it, the more I'm kind of like, I get pissed off and think, right, it's very the whole hype and the way that film was marketed. You know, it's not a good sequel. You know, a sequel isn't supposed to just borrow from previous films, and you know, a sequel's supposed to be a new sequel and expand on the universe and stuff like that. And it's just kind of like, I just don't know what was going on. You know, the whole like Han Solo dying was when Darth Vader killed Obi-Wan Kenobi. Or this version, it's like Han Solo got killed and stuff like that, and it really is disappointing. And once you see stuff like that, it's very very disappointing, because that movie has got no originality about it at all. You know, it's nice to see all the returning cast and stuff like that, but you never, I mean, I just watched a video about YouTube what it needs to have, what Episode 8 needs to have, and you know, they need to have, like, I mean, you're never going to see Luke and Han Solo in the same scene again. You know, they've completely fucked that up by killing him off, and he is dead. I mean, I don't think there's any coming back from the way he died. He fell into the planet's core, the new Death Star's core, and the whole Death Star, the new Death Star, whatever you want to call it, Starkiller Base or whatever it's called, blew up. So I genuinely think he's dead, and there's no coming back. If he did come back, I'd be amazed. But it is what it is. I mean, it's kind of laid a really good foundation for the next two movies, but I do hope that Episode 8... I mean, Episode 8 really needs to be something special. I mean, they really need to, like, totally... I mean, it needs to be its own movie. It can't be this, like, oh, let's borrow from the previous universe and stuff like that. It can't do that. It's an absolute disgrace that... And unfortunately, this is what I was on about, like, in a few videos ago, about these kind of movies coming out where they're just going to remake them but repeat the beats of the original kind of story. So you've got, like... I'm trying to think of movies off the top of my head that have kind of done it, but, like, you know, Total Recall, the new Ghostbusters trailer looks very similar to the original movie. Just these films that are going to come out, remakes and reboots, but just have original parts of the, or just really follow. I mean, Jurassic World, that was another movie that was pretty much just Jurassic Park. And films like it's the worst thing is it seems to be accepted. That's the worst thing. It seems to be accepted. And I think like once everyone gets the nostalgia goggles off and realizes that we've been sold a movie here that's not an original movie. It's just, I mean, J.J. Abrams. I mean, is he a good director? He did Lost. Lost had a really terrible ending that caused a lot of controversy. Loads of questions and stuff like that, and I haven't seen his Star Trek movie, but I don't rate him as a director. I mean, I just think that it's really sad to see. I mean, it's Star Wars, for fuck's sake, but I'm just ashamed that Star Wars has fallen into that category of them movies that are just reboots, but have kind of also, well, this is supposed to be a sequel, but this kind of just felt like a New Hope to me, and there was nothing original whatsoever about it. Kylo Ren was good. I enjoyed that. The whole, it just disappointed me. I mean, the whole like. The worst thing is that the prequel movies got absolutely slated, but I came out of the prequel movies more fulfilled and entertained than I did walking out of Force Awakens. And I've seen Force Awakens a few times now. I've just bought it on Blu-ray. I have no idea why I bought it on Blu-ray. I think it's just because I've seen it there and it's Star Wars and it's like, right, okay, but I'm going to own them all because I am a Star Wars fan. But these prequel movies got such a hard time. But let's say for now, like, at least the prequel movies were more original than the Force Awakens, because people, you just can't. It's so crazy, like, it's just unreal. I mean, I know it's kind of like whinging and like, well, it did really well in the box office, and it's one of probably the best selling movie of all time. It's like, yeah, but it's got Star Wars slapped on it, and it's got all the old cast in it. It was always going to do well. But the fact of the matter is, I think it is. It's okay. I don't want to say it's shit because A New Hope isn't shit, and they've copied heavily from A New Hope. But a sequel's supposed to be fresh and have loads of new. Where's everyone at now, and what's the, what effect did Luke defeating Darth Vader have on the universe? And it seems like none. The last film was called Return of the Jedi, and the Jedi haven't returned. And I do realise they have to, like, obviously go through troubled times again and stuff like that. But the Resistance is supported by the Senate, and the First Order is kind of like the Empire. It's just crazy. The prequels, everyone slags off the prequels, but you didn't hear the word Sith in the original trilogy. It wasn't until Episode 1 that we got the word Sith, and we realised that the Jedi's enemy were called the Sith. We got Darth Maul, we got double-ended lightsabers, we got a really fucking amazing lightsaber duel at the end with fucking, it was very down. But this is the thing as well, like George Lucas had all of them films scripts ready, and he just decided to release them in that order. And which I can completely understand why, because if you released Phantom Menace first and went episode 1, 2 and 3, then by the time episode 4 turned up, everybody would know that Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's father, so there wouldn't have been that big like twist reveal. But the prequels were, the Clone Wars was bad, but I understand, like, they'd got better. Revenge of the Sith and seeing Anakin turn to the dark side and that whole like fight with Obi-Wan, that wasn't bad. You can't say that was bad. That was really good, and it was good to see that, how he turned and stuff. But this, I would take the prequels over Force Awakens any day, because that was original. It didn't copy from anything because it was its own story. And unfortunately, and it's so surprising because it's such a big movie. But that's the problem now. I think because Disney's got it, I think that Star Wars is just going to be like a corporation now. Like we're going to get a movie every year, and that's it. That's what it is now, because it's not owned by George Lucas. On the plus side, Rogue One looks really good. Probably could be better than Force Awakens, but I think the main reason everyone liked Force Awakens was because of the hype and seeing all the old characters back on the screen. Apart from that, you know, BB-8 was good and Kylo Ren was fucking amazing, and seeing all the old cast on the screen again was really nice. But it's just a new hope, nothing new. And there's a lot of people saying like that now on the Twitter and sound like an old man, on Twitter and YouTube, you know. And I said that to a couple of friends of mine. I said, just wait until the dust settles, wait until the hype settles down and everyone takes off their nostalgia goggles. Everyone will just watch it again and just be like, well, it wasn't that good, it was alright. It's not a bad movie, but it's not a great movie either. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe as always, and we'll see you again for another video. I don't know when I'll be doing it. I'm quite lazy at the moment. I don't know what to stream and stuff like that, but we'll crack on with something. I'm going to play a bit of Dragon Age. I've got Dark Souls, which I'm quite far in. I should really be streaming that, but we'll do something like that in the near future, possibly tomorrow. So thanks for watching, guys. Thank you.